Now he is launching a brand new podcast with none other than Matt Leinart. It's called Throwbacks. It launches September 5th, and we are so honored to have on a guy who is a great sports fan, not just an incredibly accomplished actor, and Jerry Ferrara. Jerry, brother, how are you?
Good, Mike, Lucas, what's going on?
Not much, man. I'm so excited for this, Jerry. Tell us about how did it happen? We know you love sports. You know, you're watching Knicks game. We see you sitting courtside. But how did the idea of getting a podcast started? How did that come together? How'd you get linked up with Matt? And just how excited are you for this?
Look, I'm always trying to find ways to take my hobbies and turn them into jobs. So this way I could do my hobbies and say to my wife, like, hey, look, I'm working. I'm watching the Knicks game at midnight because I have to.
Right.
And I've been doing podcasts since 2012. You know, for me, it was a no-brainer that's the direction everything was going. And Matt Leinart, I mean, yes, he's got a Heisman, so he's definitely got one up on me. But you know, he won the Heisman at USC. I just had gotten Entourage. We're both running around LA. We could have easily been friends back then, and now we're becoming good friends now. So it was an easy choice for me, and I'm fired up for football, and obviously I'm fired up for basketball, but we still got some time for that.
Yeah. So what's the format going to be? I know you're going to work in some lifestyle stuff too. What's the show look like when it actually gets started a week?
Yeah, in a week. Look, we're gonna have guests, which I think Matt and I mean, between him and I, and mainly him, you know, he knows a lot of people. We're gonna have some pretty good guests on. And look, it's not gonna be X's and O's, and I don't think you want to tune into me listening about how the fullback missed the block because there's not even fullbacks in the NFL really anymore. There's only a few. Matt obviously has the college football show too that he does with Urban Meyer and Mark Ingram and Rob Stone. So, but look, I come at it from a different way. We did a mock show the other week where I spent 10 minutes talking about how the Chargers got stuck in the elevator, and I think it was staged because now Harbaugh is like, I love it. It's leadership. I'm like, I think They staged the whole getting stuck in the elevator. I know they didn't, but it's going to be stuff like that. You're not going to get the X's and O's. You're going to get real fan talk because I am a real fan.
And you mentioned guests and the fact that you and Matt both probably have contact lists full of A-listers left and right. Who is one guest that you really want to have on this show?
Oh, well, there's a bunch on the list of guys I want. We have a good one. He's 99% committed, so I'm not going to give his name in here just yet because it's a week away. He's 99%. If he was 100, I'd drop it right now. But for me, just on the sports side, like I got to get my guy Jalen Brunson on here. I just have to. That's my personal. I know Matt might want like Mookie Betts because he's an LA guy. That's fine. I got to get my guy Brunson. I got to get Malik Neighbors on. I kind of want to get Coach Brian Dable because I want to talk to him about his Jordans collection. He's rocking Jordan cement threes, and I feel like he is. I mean, I can't say I'd be as good of a coach as he is, but I feel like I would look like Dable if I was a coach.
How cool is this? You say, actors want to be musicians, and sports athletes want to be How cool is this for you, Jerry, to be doing this, like you said, with the guy, Heisman Trophy, national championships, NFL quarterback? How cool is this for you?
It's incredible. Like I said, Matt and I could have maybe been friends back in the day. He tells me that his buddies used to call him Vincent Chase. Like, I get it. He's a tall, handsome guy, play quarterback, although Adrian Grenade cannot play quarterback. It's real cool. Look, I look at it. I never take any of this for granted. Like the fact that I get to go sit at Knicks games in really good seats. And I've had the best part of my career, besides some financial security for my family, has been all the sporting events that I've been to. By far, that is the best part of anything I have accomplished. So if you're going to judge my career, judge it on the fact that I've gotten to do some cool stuff in sports.
Is it going to, Jerry, focus on, you're obviously a New York guy from Brooklyn. Is it going to be focused on New York teams? I mean, are you talking about everything here?
Everything, yeah. Because like I said, Matt's LA guy, SC, but he grew up Dodgers fan and he still lives in LA. I'm obviously New York, but I'm gonna end up, like I said, I did a whole bit on the Chargers. Like I did a whole rant. I don't even want to say the rant I did. We did a mock show.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just might have talked about the Cleveland Browns for like 18 minutes.
Hey, I'd do it.
Jerry, this guy's from Cleveland, so hopefully
Lucas, I'm in Cleveland right now.
My wife's
from Cleveland. I married a girl from Stowe, Ohio.
Amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Northeast
man.
Ohio, baby.
I did a whole rant on why everyone's forgetting about the Browns.
Yeah, what I'm glad you said that. We're like 2 weeks away from the NFL season here. You said the Browns. A lot of people think they could be Super Bowl contenders. What are you thinking about the season, Jerry?
Look, it's tough. Anyone who could tell you, like, oh, look out for this team going to the Super Bowl, unless you're talking about Mahomes and the Chiefs, you really have no idea what you're saying.
Right.
There's a lot smarter people than me who could come a lot closer than me. But I think we're going to see like two new, fresh teams that we haven't seen in a while in the Super Bowl. I'm not saying like first time ever appearances, but maybe you might see Buffalo. Maybe you might see Cleveland. Maybe you might see Houston. Green Bay, Detroit. I actually think you're going to see Detroit. So I think we're going to get like all I'll say is I think we're going to get a fresh Super Bowl.
I like it. Not so fresh that to be the New York Giants, though, right?
That's a little, that's a little so fresh. It might not even be born yet. But I like where you're at, Lucas. No, look, I'd be happy with a winning season, but no, I'm not saying the Giant. This is it for Danny Dimes. This is he's playing for his career.
One more on the podcast, Jerry. I was a guy I grew up listening to Mike and the Mad Dog in the car as a kid. Anyone either in podcasting and broadcast that you would say this person has influenced my style?
Look, Mike and the Mad Dog, like you said, I used to record it on my boombox, right? And then I wouldn't listen to it right away. I would just leave it recorded. I go play hoops at the park, come home, have dinner, do my homework. And then when I would go to sleep, if the Yankees weren't on, I just hit play on the cassette tape. I still have old cassette tapes of taping that show off of AM radio. So a lot of the stuff I think I'm trying to do here with podcasting and sports is the fact that I loved sports talk radio as a kid. We still have sports talk radio, but and there's so many great people. Like we all know everybody has a podcast these days, right? So how am I going to be different? You'll have to judge for yourself. But I do like the fact that I listen to Bill Simmons. I listen to smaller creators who maybe have 100 subs. Like if you have a take and a point, I'm in. You'll find me. I will find you.
I have to ask you because so many people talk about Entourage reboots, another movie, things like that. But I am personally interested in, have you ever considered or had talks about any kind of turtle focused spinoff or anything like that? Or is that something that you would be interested in the future?
So look, there's always talk of a reboot, and reboots are obviously very popular, and some of them have done very, very well. Some of them have been okay. Look, here's the thing. Yes, I think the Ari character was always the character people thought was like an obvious spin-off choice, like to have his own show. I think Turtle was definitely one of the thoughts too, because we did 100 episodes and a movie. So my whole take is like, I'd be down because it would be fun, but what are we going to do to these guys at this point? We've done everything, and especially with the Vince character, like, is he getting the movie? Is he doing the movie? Is he not doing the, like, it would just be really hard. I'm not saying impossible. And I've learned to say not to ever say never. Cause if you do, that's when the thing happens. Lucas, do you have a take? Like, what would the Turtle show? Did Turtle lose all his money? Because look, he made a lot of money, right? Did he lose all of it in like an NFT? Did he buy a meme coin that went
There was
bad?
so much there. And I was thinking about it. It would kind of be like Ballers, he's sitting courtside at all these games. He's best friends with all these athletes, but then some crypto scam gets him in a rut and something like that, but I think it would be fantastic, especially with, everything that's going on right now. I would love to see Turtle, more out on top and the focus of everything like that, because
my manager is also the creator of Ballers, so maybe we loop him in, and then he also is the producer of Entourage. So, Luca, you might have just produced the show, Lucas.
Hey,
Jerry, you're letting this guy live out his dream right now. Now I'm gonna have to hear. I'm writing the Entourage.
I'm getting right on it tonight.
Tell people you're writing the Entourage reboot.
You're writing the Turtle spinoff for Jerry.